So if we switch over to the, I'll start with the query function first. And so if we switch over to the repository, we can see a build.yaml file, which is the build definition file that we'll take a look at. So as you can see in this build definition file, obviously it uses a build resource, which is actually a part of Knative build. I'm giving the build a name here. I'm setting some timeout for build. Obviously, I don't want the builds to run endlessly. So this build is also using a service account named service-build. It's going to go find the source code from this Git repository, and it will go grab that branch master. And here I'm saying this build is using a build template named ci-build-template, which has these parameters. So if we jump over to the build template, it's a pretty simple build template that's based on the original Kaneko template. All I've done is added an extra step here called static code analysis. What I want to do here is whenever my build runs, the first thing I'm going to do is to run static code analysis on my function code, and then the next step here is the Docker build and push using the Kaneko project to actually build the container image and then push that container image into a container registry. So the other thing I want to show, I think we should do here is, since we're actually doing some static code analysis using Sonar, I'm going to go ahead and create the project here. So just going to hit the Analyze New Project, and I'm going to use the Setup Manually option and specify Store Finder Query as the project key, since that's what I used in the build template. And then for display name, I'll just say Store Finder Query Service. Yeah. Just hit Setup. Go back here and basically do the same thing again. Analyze the new project, set up manually, and this time I will specify Store Finder Indexer as key, and then for display name, say Store Finder Indexer Service. Alright, so now my projects are set up, and I've got my build templates here. I've already added the Sonar token. It's using all the project key org, and all the values are set. I'm ready to run the build at this time. So I'm going to go over here and just simply do kubectl apply-f build.yaml. So this should create my build, and I can run kubectl command kubectl get builds. I should see my build created. I can find out some additional information by just simply adding output YAML. So it's actually running my build at this point. If we want to take a look at the logs, one thing we can do is we can just say kubectl get pods, grab the name of the build pod, and then just say logs name, and then since we're not interested in, if we just didn't give anything, it's just going to show pod initializing. But if we want to see the builds, logs from a specific build step, we can just say -c, and you can see it's actually in the process of running that Sonar analysis. So that's going to run for a while, and we'll come back to it. So at this point, the Sonar analysis is complete, and it should be on to the second step in the build template, which is Docker build and push. So again, we can get the logs, grab the container name from here for that second build step, and then just replace this -c parameter. So then we can start to see the logs from the Docker build and push step. All right, so at this point, the Docker build push is complete. Let's move on to the indexer and pretty much do the same thing. As you can see, for the indexer project, I've done pretty much the same thing. I've updated the token here. Let's go ahead and run that build. So again, kubectl apply-f build, and that build is now created, and we can just do get builds to see what's going on. Okay, so now that indexer build is there. To find more details, we can just say kubectl get builds -o YAML. Oops. And we can see that build is running now. We can do kubectl get pods. We can find out the pod name and then just go start looking at the logs. Let's look at the static code analysis. That's actually running currently. Okay, so looks like the analysis was successful, and it should be on to the second stage now. Let's go and grab that container name, logs for that build step. Okay, so yeah, so then now it's actually building the Docker image, and it will, once the Docker build is complete, it will push that image to the container registry. Okay, so at this point, the Docker build and push step is also complete. And if we do kubectl get builds, we should see that both builds are complete. So you can take a look at the pods. So both builds are complete. Let's go ahead and go to our container registry and verify that we see two images, one for the indexer and the other one's for the query. So my Docker image got built. I can go here into my Sonar and do a refresh, and I can see that the Sonar Cube analysis reports are available up here as well. So again, we can take a look to see what's going on. The idea is, since it's wired up as a part of the build process, if I see issues here, I can go back and address them right away. Hopefully that was useful.